The Kevin Long Show is brought to you by The Swamp. You can find The Swamp at www.theswamp.com. There will be a link in the show notes. Music for The Kevin Long Show is The Entertainer by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Royalty-free music as long as you give the dude his props. However, there is a legal thing in the show notes just to be safe. All right, it's that time of the week again. Time for the Kevin Long Show. I'm your host, Kevin Long, and this is the 93rd episode. We're getting there. We are so close. And if I did this regularly, we would be there. I have no idea what I'm going to do to celebrate the 100th episode. Might not even do anything. Might be a normal show. But we'll see when we get there. All right, before we get into today's show, we're going to talk about the business like we always do. We're going to mention coffee. There's a link in the show notes. Yeah, there it is. T Public. I really need to order a shirt for the Kevin Long Show. So when I'm doing my YouTube videos, I can pop that shirt on, do my videos, and, while we're at it, on April 2nd, I'm going to do a live show on YouTube. It's at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because got to do general conference first. And then we're going to have some fun. I'm going to rearrange my bookshelf properly, and then we'll just hang out, chat, have a good time. I'm going to send an invite to Planet X Games to come hang out with us, because we're going to have him on the show soon, and it might get more people interested if he pops in and chats with us too. We'll see what happens. So anyway, if you need t-shirts, mugs, notes, notebooks for your D&D writing, you can get notebooks with the Kevin Long Show logo on it, or the Swamp, or I think one says Magic Monday. And I know I say this every week. I really need to sit down and come up with some new designs. I really do. All right. I have a Patreon for the Kevin Long Show. And there are levels at $3, $5, and $20. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I really need to figure out what to do with the $20 level, because I don't think I'm going to keep doing the sports ball episode. I've only done it once, and there just doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in it. So I'm going to change it. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do a monthly live show just for my Patreons, and they can pick what we're going to talk about. Anyway, at $3 a level, you get early access to all the shows that I do, podcasts that I do. At the $5 level, you get a bonus Magic Monday podcast, and you get early access to all the podcasts and the YouTube videos. And at the $20 level, you get all that crap, plus right now, you get the sports ball episode. But again, that is highly subject to change. Also, I have a YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. In fact, as soon as I'm done with this podcast, I'm going to create a new weekly video series about the TSR trading cards from 1992. I'm excited about that one. And this is the important part. If you go to the YouTube channel, link in the show notes, but it's just YouTube, The Kevin Long Show, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away the standard version of Xanathar's Guide to Everything as soon as we hit 100 subscribers. And most importantly, I guess it's not most importantly, but if you live in Utah, the code this month for Mildred's Healing Massage 10% discount is rain and snow. All right. Today's episode is going to be about dragons in the OSRIC rule settings. And next week we'll talk about the 1E. I don't know how much they vary, but they do. Oh, and before we get into that, there will be a link in the show note for the Adventure Lookup website that I found in the process of coming up with stuff for this show. And the 3 adventures that I want to feature that have dragons this week are a wild dragon den. It's in a collection of adventures for 2nd edition. There will be a link in the show notes for that. There's also a link for it on the Facebook page. Dread Dragon Temple by James Ward is in an anthology put out by Frog God Games. I don't remember the title of it, but I know it's Volume 2. Quest of Death, Volume 2, I think is what I want to call it. There's a link on the Kevin Long Show page. And finally, A Dungeon and A Dragon. I have not looked at that one yet, but it is for 5th edition. And also, the Dread Dragon Temple is a 5th edition adventure. So check those out. And then let's get into it. All right, dragons. Dragons, in many ways, are the archetypical adversary in OSRIC-compatible games. Some dragons are weak enough that even relatively low-level party can have a chance to fight a dragon, while others are powerful enough to pose a challenge even to a high-level party. Even parties of very high average level may well struggle to defeat a mated pair or family group of elder dragons. Dragons come in various colors. In many campaigns, these colors are literal. Fire-breathing dragons really do always have red scales, but in others they may be metamorphical, allowing, for example, a green dragon or brown, red dragon. That would be awesome. This dragon breathes fire, but it's green. That's awesome. Some campaigns also allow the possibility of dragons with more than 8 hit points per dice, and dragons with 10 D10, D12, or even higher hit die are possible. There are some traits that are generally common to all dragons. No matter the color or alignment, first is issued with a formal challenge. A dragon will sometimes agree to fight until subdued, rather than to the death. The GM should rule about the likelihood of the dragon's acceptance and the conditions that apply, since these will depend on the nature of the challenge and the alignment of the dragon. Second, dragons grow more powerful as they age. Generally, a newly hatched dragon should be given 1 hit point per die, while a variety of ancient one identified as being in excess of 400 years of age will have 8. Third, dragons radiate an aura of fear as the 4th level magic user spell, affecting creatures of less than 5 levels, less than 5th level, unless the save versus magic lasts. Dragons with 5 or more hit points per dice gain a bonus +1 to their saving throws per hit die in excess of 4. Thus, an ancient dragon will have 8 hit points per dice saves at a +4. Alright. So, one thing that is different between 1E and OSRIC is that in the 1E book, it gives you all the percentages for dragons being asleep, being able to cast spells, so on and so forth. But I'm excited. We'll get into that next week. All right, my friends. For me, myself, and I, mahalo and have a great day. Again, thank you for listening to The Kevin Long Show. You can find us on Facebook at The Kevin Long Show. You can find us on Twitter at The Kevin Long SH1. Or you can email the show, thekevinlongshow@gmail.com.